EU Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell has warned that Europe is facing its most significant security danger since the Cold War, while still hoping for a diplomatic solution to the Ukraine crisis.
Nobody masses 104,000 soldiers heavily armed in the border of a country at the same time that you state about the independence of this country in a way that certainly represents a strong threat. 140,000 troops massed in the border is not to go to have tea. So we have to increase our efforts in order to avoid a big risk.
Officials from the US-EU Energy Council met for the first time in 4 years to address an urgent, short-term goal strengthening natural gas supply in the face of a Russian threat to invade Ukraine. During the joint news conference in Washington, the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Borrell have also said they shared a strong concern about the situation on the ex-Soviet states' borders.
This is not alarmism. This is simply the facts. We have to deal with the facts. We have to deal with the facts in the context of history, and we have to deal with the facts in making sure that we are fully prepared. And the facts are, as Joseph said, that we've seen over the last few months a massing of Russian forces on Ukraine's borders. That's not happening in a vacuum. It's happening in the context of what Russia already did in 2014. We don't believe that President Putin has made a decision, but he has put in place the capacity, should he so decide, to act very quickly against Ukraine and in ways that would have terrible consequences for Ukraine, for Russia, but consequences also for all of us.
The U.S. is demanding broad security guarantees, including a commitment that Ukraine would never be admitted to NATO. The U.S., on the other hand, has dismissed such suggestions, saying that whether or not Ukraine joins NATO is a matter for Ukraine and NATO.